y'all, what's up? It's Cleo. I'm here with my friend Naomi, and we're here to do a little girl talk, a little salon talk today. So before we get started, Naomi, tell everybody where they can find you on social media.
So I'm more active on Facebook. My name on Facebook is Naomi Mitchell, and my Instagram is N Mitchell Styles. Um, I'm not really as active on TikTok, but I'm working on it. I want to say it's N Mitchell Styles on TikTok.
Yeah, it's fine.
I think so. So that's really it. Those are all the handles I have.
That's
I'm not
enough.
as
Look,
yeah.
that's good.
All right.
Okay.
YouTube coming soon.
Hey. um, I've been a stylist for 26 years now. I'm the owner of the Glam Experience, and I just love doing what I do.
Indeed. My name is Naomi Mitchell. I am a stylist over in Missouri, Florissant, Missouri, 1154 Shackelford Road. The name of my salon is N Mitchell Salon. Come check us out. I specialize in short hair. I have been doing hair legitimately licensed since 2019. But I've been doing hair pretty much my whole life since high school. I just turned 35, so
Woo, 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 she grown.
but yes, I'm just, I'm glad to be here with my sis today, talking and chopping it up about the industry and just different things that we've experienced in ways that we can offer some advice, to whoever is looking to get into the industry or whatever the case may be. So,
All right, sounds good. So let's talk about how we met.
Okay.
Right. So, to my understanding, I feel like I met you way before New York Fashion Week. And I'm gonna tell you what I remember maybe seeing you in person. I think is when because when you were there when Tiffany, Kim, and Andrea, they did like a boss brunch.
The brunch.
That's where I
You was
remember
there?
I was there. And I remember
I was talking too much.
I think you said something. And I
I was
remember
talking
you
a lot.
saying something. I was like, oh, she nice. Whatever.
You didn't say nothing then because I didn't know you was there.
I didn't know you at all. But I
That's
remember
true.
you talking at the brunch. So that's what I remember.
Yeah, okay. See, that's why then.
Yeah.
Because we probably didn't formally introduce each other. Because I was like, no, first time we met was in New York, but we had just kind of chopped it up prior to that.
Right.
Because I want to say we were staying in the same hotel.
Yeah. So what happened was I decided last minute to go to Fashion Week. Remember, at first I don't think I was going.
Yeah.
And I was kind of scared because I was by myself. I said, well, I don't want to go by myself.
Yeah.
And you was like, well, you can stay in a hotel with me and my husband because your husband came with you.
Was that the same year that he came?
Mm-hmm. He was there. It was his birthday.
Sure was.
And you was saying, well, you can come stay in the hotel we staying in.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'll come because I changed my hotel.
Because we was just gonna take a Uber to the actual location because it was at the Apollo Theater that year.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Because we sat upstairs in that room, and that's when we really got to know each other. Because like before my room was ready, we talked in that little lobby.
Yeah.
And we had a lot of stuff like in common, and I was like, "Oh my God, she's so dope," whatever.
The same way about you,
I was like,
"Oh my God!" And then we shared our different testimonies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we did, and they were similar.
Yep, very
we
had
similar. A lot of similarities, and I guess the most important thing is that we both had a belief in God.
Yep,
you know what I mean.
Faith, definitely,
and that's something you need in this industry.
Absolutely,
in business. Period.
Yeah.
Like you have to have a solid relationship with God, and you have to have a good prayer life.
Yes.
You know,
so true. And I honestly feel like that is really the foundation of how I even got to where I am. Prayer, seeking God, and just trusting Him with every step. Because I was and we both talked about this too. Like I struggled with that fear, that uncertainty, that doubt, not, knowing what to do, how to do it, wondering like, is this really what I'm supposed to do? Am I going to do it right? All of those different things. So definitely faith has been the thing that has really carried me through in this industry.
Yeah, and I think it's important to have that because being a business owner and being an entrepreneur is so many like unpredictable things.
Mm-hmm.
So many things that can happen. Like you can be booming.
Ooh.
You can be booked and busy. You can be booming at 1 minute, and then the next minute it's like slow motion.
Yeah.
and you still got to have the same faith. You still got to have the same trust in God.
Yeah.
You know, saying, well, God, I know you got me. I know you're going to take care of me. But it's hard to see that when you in them seasons.
True. And it's crazy how that happens because I think about that all the time. Like, he done provided so many, like, made so many provisions in the past. And then it's like, once we get into a place of uncertainty, we freaking out.
Yeah.
And it's like, why are you freaking out when you know that I done came through for you all these times? I done always made a way. And you sitting up here freaking out.
You know, I'm the poster child for.
I don't know. I think we crazy.
I'm a hard-headed child. I know God know me. Like, I know he know me. I'm the hard-headed child. I'm the child that he can send a word and he send it.
Yeah.
And he sends it. And if it's not in flashing lights, I mean, like flashing lights, I'll be like, who are you? I don't trust you. What you talking about?
What you talking about?
No, like it's just But he definitely, you know, would take care of you if you put him first in your business. You have to put him first in your business.
Yeah.
If you want to be successful.
If you want to be successful, that's the firm foundation right there.
Yeah. All right. So let's talk about the subject that most people don't talk about or don't master, and that's customer service.
My Lord.
My God. My God.
Mm-hmm.
How important is that to you?
To me, that is the number one. Mm-hmm. The number one key to being successful is having good customer service, especially in our industry. Mm-hmm. Especially in our industry, because sometimes when we have these gifts, we can start getting to a place where we get arrogant. Mm-hmm. We start feeling like, oh, you coming to me, I'm the best, I'm this and that. And we treat people as if it's just a privilege for them.
Oh, that's what they doing?
I'm just saying, I see it, I witnessed it, I've heard different stories. We treat people like it's just a privilege for them, right? Wow. Oh, you coming to me, you know? And while fair exchange ain't robbery, it's just the fact that at the end of the day, we would not have our professions if nobody came.
What you said.
So we have to show people that we appreciate them.
Absolutely.
By first of all, respecting their time.
Absolutely.
That is the number one thing. Oof. Also, I guess it could be multiple number ones, but respecting people's time. When they voice their frustrations, not matching the energy. We don't have to match the energy. Especially when you're wrong.
When you're wrong.
If you know you late, you know that these people been calling you, texting you. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Be apologetic. Yeah. Make it right. Compensate.
Because,
oh my God, we do not compensate.
That's big.
If you know that this person has already told you that they had plans, that they have to be somewhere at a specific time, they booked with you so that they can be done at a specific time, and for whatever reason, if you make a mistake and you cause them to be late or whatever the case may be, compensate. Take a little money off. You're not going to lose anything by doing the right thing that day. As a matter of fact, they'll appreciate you more.
Yeah. Because
you operate in integrity.
Yeah, customer service is huge to me too, because I don't know, it's always been an industry that like you said, some people feel like, oh, you coming to me, you on my time. I had to learn that early on in my career that was like the number one complaint of most people was customer service, and how people felt like most stylists had bad attitudes and she don't know how to talk to people, and you can't get in touch with her. And that's why even like to this day, like when people reach out to me, I don't care if it's on Instagram, Facebook, you get my number some kind of way, you text me, I'm going to respond because I just feel like nobody should never think they that I guess high and mighty or something they can't respond to people. And I never understood how you run a business where you servicing people, but you don't want to talk to people.
Yeah, buddy. I'm going to tell you, I think part of that, though, is being so overstimulated by social media. Because that's one of our number one marketing tools now. So sometimes you can be a bit overstimulated. I know for me, I tell people, listen, after I do my last person on Saturday, I'm going to respond to you by Tuesday because now I'm off.
Now you off.
Having boundaries is definitely important.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they will say, well, I text you this day. Okay, but I was off.
I was with my man.
So,
and my kids.
Okay, I have a life outside of being a stylist, contrary to popular belief.
Right.
So with that being said, I may not get back with you on the day that you text me, and maybe not even the next day because I'm probably off for 3 days. So right?
Not to cut y'all. So what y'all feel about the texting middle of the night, late night?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely
But
not.
I don't have them issues. I don't really
Oh,
have
but
nobody
people
that do
will
that.
because let's say they work overnight. Yeah. They up. So they not thinking about it. They may say, oh, well, shoot, I didn't even think about the fact that it was 3 o'clock in the morning. I just had to kind of put that out there.
Right.
Because if I don't do it now, I'm going to forget. So in a situation like that, it may be different, but you're not obligated to respond to them at that hour.
But you know, I have had. I'm gonna take that back. I have had people to text me late, and a lot of times, like you just said, a lot of times they'll say, "Well, I just had to send this because I didn't want to forget, but please reply tomorrow."
Yeah,
I'm okay with that.
That's fair. That's,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what a lot of my people do. They're like, "Okay, I know it's late. I'm so sorry," because I've done it before.
Yeah.
I've texted people.
If I get done late, I say, "Hey, it was a long day, so forgive me for texting this late. I just didn't want to forget."
No, take that for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
So kind of giving a disclaimer so that you can let people know I'm trying to be mindful of your time, but it's just I'm just getting done.
Yeah.
So that's why you're receiving this late text. And then sometimes if I get done so late and I need to go home, get in the shower and wind down, I'm gonna text you early in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now look, I gotta get this to you now because I'm about to get ready to start my day, and I want you to know that I did see your text. I'm responding. So it's a way to do everything.
Yeah.
I'm picking up for sure. I like that. I appreciate it.
Yeah. And again, apologizing for any delays because sometimes
so
we
sorry.
can see a text and be like, okay, I'm gonna get back with it, and then you look up and be
I
like,
forget.
oh, I forgot to respond. I sincerely apologize for the delay. This is XYZ. Because sometimes people will text you and they don't necessarily have to text you. Like if you have a booking site, technically you could just go to the site. You know what I'm saying? How much do you charge for so and so?
I don't have a booking site.
You don't have a booking site. Yeah, it's like another assistant.
Old school.
I understand, but it's like an assistant, and that frees up your time.
So this is me. Now I'm being honest. I'm gonna be honest.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
It's a lot of people ask me, why don't you have a booking site? I'm gonna tell you why I don't have a booking site. Because I don't want to do everybody hair. I'm sorry. I just don't.
Be able to,
I like to protect my peace. I like to protect my environment. And I've had a lot of, 26 years, you done ran across some people.
Yeah.
Okay? I've had my share of people that you just can't satisfy. No matter how good you are, like you can never satisfy. I do filter my clients.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I do. I filter my clients. I do.
Now,
I
will
do.
say
I
this.
filter y'all. Because I want to make sure you a good fit for me.
I understand.
I'm
going to say this. It is a little different for me because prior to me getting a site for many years when I was doing her, I did not have a booking site either. Okay. I didn't want one.
Yeah.
Because I felt the same way. I don't got time for all that. No, I ain't doing no deposits. However, when you start popping and you start being in high demand, people will play with your time. They'll see your stuff and say, oh, well, I want to book with you or I want to get in. And then they start playing with your time. So that's what made me say, okay, you know what? Because I would find myself when I didn't have a site, I would find myself responding to text messages all the time, responding to phone calls all the time of people that were inquiring. Even though you can screen them, you're still having to deal with a ton of people because you may talk to this person and say, I don't want to service her. But either way it go, you still had to take time out your day to give her some of your time.
So maybe this is why. I do the same people all the time.
Right.
I have the same. I do. Like my clientele is like the same people come every week, every 2 weeks. And I'm like, I can't even take new clients. Like I'm not even taking new clients right now. If I get an opening here and there, yeah, I will take somebody. But like my schedule is full.
Yeah.
And so I kind of don't do that for that reason. Because I don't want my regulars to be like, girl, I ain't got no appointment.
Right.
Be mad.
But see, my regulars all have standing appointments. So what's on the site is what's available outside of standing appointments. right? So let's say, for example, I have my regular 9, my 11, my
Yeah.
10, my 12, and then it might be a little space, and then I got my regular 130, then I got my regular 430. So you can see that what's available is outside of all of those standing clients. I got a Thursday crew, a Friday, a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and a Saturday crew. Whatever's available on that is outside of those standing appointments.
So basically, what she's saying, she ain't never got no availability. Cause you ain't finna tell me that this girl got availability. So you doing the same people all the time.
But
That's what I'm saying.
every now and
See,
again,
imagine
though.
you getting a booking site.
But every now and again, though,
It's a
so
waste of
new
money.
people can wiggle in there.
It's a waste of money.
Every-
Imagine you get a booking site and they be like, well, you ain't got nothing, because I really don't.
Because I really don't. What you see is what's outside of standing appointments.
Okay, I got it.
But that's what I'm saying. So it's a way to do it, because the thing is you never know. I always said that I've tried to just not take in new people. However, anything's bound to happen. For example, one of my standing clients on Saturday come every week at 9. She has braids right now. Right? So we base our income on those regulars.
Yeah.
We base our income on those regulars. So when something has to shift and they can't make it, you want to take that L, or you want to go ahead and say, okay. And you can still filter. You still have control. The site does not control your life. Look, I
got
promise
trust
you.
issues.
The site does not control your life. You can absolutely filter. And let's say a new person comes and you're not feeling them.
Yeah, because how do you handle that?
You can absolutely block them from booking again. Absolutely block them from booking again. Of course, you want to communicate if it's necessary, but more than likely, if it wasn't a good fit, they probably not gonna come back anyway.
And I think that's what it is. I think I have trauma.
Yeah.
I have trauma. And I think I'm at a position in my career where I don't want to deal with people that don't fit with me.
Yeah.
I've been through a lot. Like I said, people don't understand what we go through for real.
Yeah,
Like,
buddy.
they don't understand the trauma and the mental abuse.
From the stylist perspective, because you hear a lot of people
We
talk
do.
about it from the client's perspective,
Yeah.
of having hairstylist anxiety, but we
I have
suffer anxiety too.
No, for real. I feel like I do, because I kind of like shut myself off a little bit, and not being funny, like,
Yeah.
just trying to protect myself, because when you behind that chair and you dealing with all these different attitudes, all these different spirits,
Yep.
all these different people,
Yep.
it can do something to you mentally, like it can
Yep.
emotionally and mentally mess you up, like seriously, like,
Yep.
and a lot of people don't talk about that, and that's what a lot of young girls don't know, or men that come into the industry, is that you gotta have your mental and your emotional like health in order too, because
Yep.
these different people come, these different moods and attitudes, and you still gotta be professional. You still
have to
gotta,
be,
be hold on, let's talk, blah blah blah. When you want to be like, girl, let me, you can't do that.
Can't do it.
And so with that, I think that's what my problem is. It's trust. I think
Yeah.
I've been abused and I've been done wrong so bad by people that I kind of shut myself off a little bit and just only, I have my regulars and
Yeah.
I'm comfortable with them. But, I probably need to do better.
I mean, it's nothing wrong with, like I said, the site doesn't control your life. It's a way that you can do it, because you don't want to shut off new people, because you never know
I know.
who will come along and bless you. And that has happened
I know.
numerous of times, where it was times where I was like, because I do have a lot of standing appointments. So I just be like, but anytime that I have had like new people come through,
It's been good.
It's been good. And I'm a firm believer, Cleo, especially because you're such a good person. What you put out there is what you get back.
Yeah, that's true.
And maybe not in every circumstance, because sometimes you will have people that'll think, oh, she's a sweet person, she's nice, and sometimes they look at it as I could play in her face.
Now hold on.
But once you stand firm and you realize, I'm nice,
Now wait a minute.
but that don't
I wanna
mean you can
clear
play
that
in my
up.
face.
I want to clear that up.
Yeah.
I'm a very nice person. I love the Lord. I try to treat everybody with respect. But I'm gangster too. Okay. So don't bring that energy to me. But not for real. Nah, it's like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I might get a booking site.
Maybe.
I might.
I mean, like I said, you can always say, hey, I'm cutting it off right here.
Yeah.
It's all up to you. How you set it up, you control it.
Yeah.
If you say I don't want to work on
I'm
Mondays and
not working on
Tuesdays
Mondays
should
and
not show
Tuesdays.
on your site.
Okay. You might I ain't think of it like that because I'm
Yeah.
thinking about my regular people losing their spot.
Their spot should be blocked. Nobody can touch those. That's they spot.
Okay.
That's they spot.
Okay, we're gonna talk about that. Okay, we're
I'm
gonna
just
talk about
saying, your
that.
virtual assistant. And it cuts down on how many people you deal with, so your free time really becomes your free time.
Absolutely.
I'm
Okay.
telling you. It
All
felt
right.
weird for me at first when I first got it because I was like, this is odd because I really feel like I'm off. Like, once
Wow.
I'm done in here, I'm really done.
You really done. Yeah, it probably I'm sure it add more organization to your
Mm-hmm.
business. Because like
Absolutely.
we do a lot. We do a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Behind the scenes, we do a lot, and it can get overwhelming sometimes. And late nights, not even just working in the salon, but it could be doing back office stuff like making
Yep.
sure your books are in order. Like
Mm-hmm.
I do all of that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I make sure for taxis, you gotta make sure everything is.
Whew.
So
I get
it's
overwhelmed every time
I know
think.
I can't stand tax season. I don't even get a return, but it's okay. But okay, okay, Naomi, salon suite or salon?
Hey, I had experience with both.
Let's go.
And I choose the salon every time.
Why you
I
choose?
choose the salon every time. First of all, I'm gonna say this. It depends on your personality.
Okay.
If you are the type of person that is like an introvert, really like to be in your own little bubble, um, and you have a good clientele or you offer specific services that requires privacy,
Mhm.
then by all means, I get why you would want to be in a suite.
Okay.
But if you're an extrovert,
Extrovert.
or ambivert, if you're an extrovert and you
Mhm.
love to talk to people and you're fueled by, your surroundings and the hustle and bustle and things like that, or you just love a team like atmosphere, the salon is the way to go. And that's me. I've had experience in both. I found I found that when I had my suite, I would be out of my suite all the time, like going and talking to the other stylists
Oh
standing at their
yeah.
door, and I'd be like, "Let me get out their way because they working." You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because I love salon talk. I love to chop it up. I love to learn new things.
Mhm.
When I worked at Clippers, um, my cutting skills got crazy.
Mhm.
I mean, I was pretty decent, but working with barbers
Yeah.
is a whole nother level of cutting.
Mhm.
So being around them help me hone my craft a little more and sharpen my skills in certain areas that I lack confidence.
Hmm.
So that's why I feel like that setting is so important, especially when you new in the industry.
And I was going. That's what I was gonna say too. Now I came up in the straight salon
Yeah,
era. I
yeah,
never got experience working in a suite, so I don't even know what that is. But I couldn't even imagine it because I learned everything I know working with other people that were more skilled than me.
right.
Right. And I
Yep.
feel like if you're in a room by yourself with no windows and you just kind of just in that room, just you and your client, how do you grow? Like, how do you learn?
Yep.
Because I don't know. And that's such a controversial like subject. But I guess you can only speak from what you know, right?
Yeah.
And to me, what I know is that the salon environment is a good environment to grow,
Yep.
to how about even get clients? Because it's just like
Gotta be a marketing
if I
guru.
can't if I can't service somebody, say for
Mm-hmm.
instance, and I could say, well, Steve can do them or Tracy can do them, but if they were never here or if I was by myself, who would I send people to? I guess you can still send people to people. I don't know.
You
I just
could.
feel like in a salon it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of laughter.
It is.
It's a lot of sharing.
Yeah.
It's a lot of growing.
Yes.
And you motivate each other. And even if you having a bad day, you come to the salon and you can talk to each other. Oh my
Yeah.
God, this happened or this happened. And they are motivate and uplift you. That's why I think the community
Mm-hmm.
is important. Now,
Yes.
you do what you want to do. If you think a salon suite is good for you, that's fine.
Right.
But I think the salon made me who I am today.
Period.
Period.
I agree. And I was a shop baby. So
So you know.
my mama was in a shop every week. My daddy and them got their hair cut every week.
Mm-hmm.
So I grew up in that too, and I loved it.
Yeah, it's
I
fun.
loved it.
It's fun. I couldn't see it no other way. That's
Nah.
why I still operate my business as a salon, a full
Yeah.
service salon.
Yeah.
And I probably do it forever because
Period.
I just love the energy and the vibe. And I've been blessed to have like a great group of people around me. And that's
Mm-hmm.
something that's rare and a lot of people don't get to
No, they don't.
experience that. And but
Well,
every salon I've been to though, I've had good experiences. Everybody I've worked with, it's been cool.
but see, I was gonna say too. I do feel like the mentality of the people has changed compared to back in the day.
Why you say that? What you think?
Well, because we in this society now where everybody wants to be a boss,
Ooh.
and so to them that looks like being in a suite, running things how you want to run it, or operate things how you want to operate it.
Yeah.
And so not really having to, I guess, quote unquote, because really when it's all said and done, yes, they are independent contractors. However, the person who puts the most work in behind the scenes as far as like having to deal with the overhead, the one who carries the most overhead still has to set the tone.
Yeah.
And so you want to make sure that the people that come in can respect the tone that's set. Meaning, if I want a positive atmosphere, I really want everybody to show up with a positive attitude.
Yeah, that's true.
And so sometimes people have a hard time accepting that, oh man, I may have to switch up how I do things in order to make sure that I'm respecting the tone of this particular salon.
But like you said, what you put out is what you get back.
Hey, but again, remember what I said, sometimes people are drawn to you because they look at it as if they could play with you. So you still,
That's why.
it's just a matter of being a giver. What do givers attract most times? Takers.
Oh, you sure right.
So, oh, you know what? I might have been able to get this off of, I may not have been able to get this off over there, but she cool. She
Oh,
cool.
that
She
explains a lot.
she nice. That's what people say. She cool. She nice.
Yeah.
And so what they gonna do? They gonna see how far you gonna let them go.
Oh my God, that's so true.
Oh, but God forbid you lack boundaries. They gonna really walk off. Girl, listen. That's a whole nother subject too.
That's
'Cause
a whole nother
being a
subject.
salon owner has taught me so much about myself.
What have it taught you? What have it taught you about yourself?
It showed me that I do lack boundaries.
Mm.
I lack boundaries. I would care so much about not wanting to offend, not wanting to come off as this stern jerk who doesn't know how to be in authority.
Yeah.
So you try to be, I find myself over explaining things to make sure that, I'm being clear or, again, not wanting to offend you. If I had to tell you something that may make you feel a little uncomfortable or just having uncomfortable conversations, period,
Yeah.
is hard. Being the villain in somebody's story when you have to say, I have to let you go.
Oh, my God.
Because they don't see how it's affecting you outside of this because you got to show up with your game face in spite of what they bring in and what they're doing and how it's affecting you.
Wow, that's good.
Some villains got good jobs too, though.
You said some villains got good jobs? What you mean?
Yeah, okay, so for me, I have to cut y'all into y'all story.
No, this is no.
I'm the sweetest person in the world, but when it comes to business, I say I'm business, I'm a firm
Facts.
face. Like, villains bring discipline. Let me say that.
That's true.
Okay.
That's
Villains
true.
bring
And that's the
discipline.
part that I'm learning.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that growing part where it's like,
Yeah.
Naomi, you have to be okay with being a villain in
Yeah.
somebody's story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's hard for everybody. And I think like for me, like you saying, like you just want to make sure you nice and you want everybody to feel comfortable.
Yeah.
And you want everybody to have a good experience with you. And I've really been stretched since I've been a salon owner.
Ooh-wee.
And I feel like I've been stretched and I've learned to everybody ain't you, Cleo.
Ooh-wee.
Everybody don't move like you.
No.
Everybody don't operate like you. I had to learn to not want more for people that they don't want for themselves.
Facts.
That's hard
That's
for
the
me
hardest part.
because I'm one of them people. I like to see everybody eat and everybody win. Like if
Yeah.
you with me, I want you to eat,
What
and I
you
want you to
said.
win.
Every
Period.
opportunity, I want you a part of that. I want to see you win.
Yes.
Everybody eat.
And it's hard when you see people that you feel like are not where they should be professionally, and you trying to push and push and push, but then you like, man, but you can't make that's
Because
heartbreaking
if you
to me.
pushing, that mean they pushing against you.
It's heartbreaking.
You can't
to
do
me.
nothing with resistance.
Yeah.
You can't do anything with resistance. So sometimes it gets to a point. I know sometimes like I probably be sounding like a motivational speaker at my salon. You can do it. You can do it. You so cold, man. You got
I
this.
know.
You know what I'm saying? And the fact of the matter is it's something that people just gotta believe for themselves. And so you don't want to sound like you just constantly blowing hot air. I ain't blowing hot air. I'm telling you this. If it's something that I've achieved, you can achieve it too.
But that's why I was saying we was talking about earlier about as a leader, because I said we leaders, whether you want to be a leader or not.
Right.
When you becoming a salon owner, you have people working under you and stuff. You are a leader. So what leaders do? They lead by example.
Right.
So that means that the stuff that we pushing in people, we gotta get in the front and show our people that work with us like it can happen. You can do it. And when they see us elevating and
pushing past those
fears,
fears.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's fear, right? Pushing past fear. It's like that'll motivate people. So I've learned to be quiet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've learned to be quiet. I'm a praying woman.
Yep.
I know what to do.
Yeah.
And I do that. And I just kind of I let God handle it. But
Amen.
and it's funny because like when I first got a salon, I didn't even look at myself as a leader. I didn't look at myself like the boss.
Right.
So even when people would say that, I'd be like, what? What's she talking about? Because
right.
I feel like we all just working together.
Myself not. I hated that term.
Yeah.
When I first got the salon, Naomi, you the boss.
I hated it.
I hated it because I feel like it to me it's almost as if you're diminishing everybody else in the room.
Yes, and I don't like that.
And I don't want nobody to feel diminished.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I want people to feel empowered when they around me.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why I say leader to me sound better than boss.
I agree.
You know?
Yes, definitely.
Leader sound better than boss to me.
Because to lead and guide is much better than bossing somebody around.
What you said.
That's
it.
I'm like that with little brother. I don't put no character.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, I don't like that. So,
Yeah. Indeed.
All right. So, me and Naomi, when we first met, we always talked about us doing something together, coming together because we both from different sides. Like I'm from the east side, she from Missouri side. So Naomi was calling it bridging the gap.
Mm-hmm.
So we always talked about the importance of doing that because we wanted to show everyone in this industry that people from different sides or different places can come together and collaborate and have good friendships and good girl talk and just really motivate each other in business because that's what we should do. Like we definitely should be able to have somebody we can bounce ideas off of and bounce issues. Like we may have some issues, salon stuff, and you need people to talk to.
Right.
So bridging the gap for us was very important because I feel that in this industry it's a lot of separation.
Yep.
I feel like it's separation from East Side girls to St. Louis stylists.
Yep.
And I feel like even on the East Side it's the same thing. So it's always like I don't know, I guess it's competitive. I don't know what it is. I'm not a competitive person. So I never understood that because I love to see, like I say, everybody win. So I never understood competition.
Yeah.
But this is something that we always wanted to do because I feel like me and Naomi like genuinely formed a sisterhood.
Yes.
Because we for real took the time to get to know each other and found out that we had so many things in common, so many experiences, and it was just dope. So I appreciate you.
I appreciate you, sis.
I do. I appreciate you.
Really?
And I love look. And I love the fact that we are two good, talented artists, and we can sit down with each other. It's no competition.
Right.
None of that crazy stuff. And we genuinely root for each other.
Right.
So,
yeah,
that's dope to me.
We're bridging the gap.
We bridging the gap.